And he's going to try to return this one. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So Arizona's offense will have the first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone is on action. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Selling the fake. On the move. He'll pull it down. At midfield, he's got room. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Pulls it. Now the toss. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Short pass. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So Kansas offense takes the field for the first time in this game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Right side, it's Parker. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Rios. Keeping his eyes downfield. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to run, it's Manuel. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. grabbed in the backfield. It's Flanagan. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keeps it himself. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. Drops back on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Off play action on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Left side is Flanagan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Rios. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the counter. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Out wide right, it's Proctor. Looks as if Arizona will have enough to move the chains. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. 2nd and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. And the Wildcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Out wide left, it's Flanagan. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Arizona. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And he's in for his 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone. And I love when you can run the football as you get close to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Had to force that one.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
2nd down, going to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Finds his target. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Working that left side now. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Jayhawks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The give. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, he's got some space. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And the Jayhawks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Manuel. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They've jumped on top right out of the gate, trying to add to a 17-7 lead. Looking to throw, it's Rios. Makes the grab. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for room, it's Manuel. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First play of the period will be a second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Flanagan. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Got the back over the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver comes in motion. Powers through the defender. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Off-play action. Makes the grab. It's Flanagan. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Working that wide receiver screen. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And this quarterback has had a rough game. There's been next to zero execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Extending the play. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And you'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Kansas offense returns to the field. It has been a quiet and somewhat forgettable game for this sophomore behind center. They thought they'd be able to lean on their passing game, but so far it has been a complete struggle. Turnover didn't help either. They've got to take care of the football. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Going to the ground. Runs through a tackle.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run him again, and they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Keeps it on the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Jayhawks have this offense rolling. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
First down for the offense.
The Jayhawks getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And I like the run there. The offense doesn't have to press. They've got some time still left before the half. And more importantly, they've got to cut into this lead. They're down a couple of scores. This would be enormous. The locker room will feel so different if they can punch this in for a touchdown before the half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
On 4th. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Manuel. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Arizona offense coming onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Finding some room. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Long way to go on second down. Sells to fake. Pulls it in. It's Madden. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Left side is Flanagan, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Tough run here. It's Manuel. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the defender. Touchdown, Wildcats! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense, kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Wow, missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Gets rid of it.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. He wants to throw it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Let's see how aggressive they are in trying to get points on the board before halftime. They'll run the counter. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. Sets his feet. It's Rios. Throws for the tight end. Got a man. It's Proctor. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They're looking to throw on second and short. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Looking to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On fourth and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Moving to his left. Quarterback gets the first down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Turns it upfield. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Looking deep. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
The Kansas head coach told me at the half, his quarterback has to improve. Those first half turnovers are the story of the game. Because they have run the ball somewhat successfully, I do expect them to go more to the ground game here in the second half and let their quarterback get his composure and stop turning over the ball. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Rides to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The handoff. Here's some daylight. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
4th down. I drop back. I'm going to throw a ball to my receiver and let him make a play. And boy, does he ever make a play and stay in bounds to get the huge 4th down conversion.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They give it back to him. Breaks into the open. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw. And he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. That'll cut the lead to 13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Proctor. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. it's Proctor. At the 45 on his way. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Arizona in a hurry.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Rios. Max got it on the screen. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Under pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
And he had just enough to will that one home. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Again. There he goes. He's dropped. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Right at the line. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Jayhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out wide left, it's Provo. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll run it. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, what I can see here on the Arizona sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Right side, it's Madden. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Moves the pocket. It's Rios. Still looking. He'll pull it down and run. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Arizona going back to work with another first down. Quick give. It's Turner. And he's brought down after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Snap in the shotgun. In traffic, it's Flanagan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Powers inside. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Drops back on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Snaps it in the shotgun. Quickly out to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. On the run, it's Turner. Dropped immediately. He got nothing. Right back to the well. He is going. Defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Rush right in his face. Back's got it on the screen. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Jayhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Buying a little time to his left.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. You already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Turning it on. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. The Jayhawks are in the hurry-up. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Works the middle of the field. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, looking for a man. Got it. Touchdown, Jayhawks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Tight end now in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. Looking downfield, it's Rios. Look out! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Arizona runs out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Searching for space. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, here on the Jayhawks sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
All right, Holly. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Snags it. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. The snap sets up to throw. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on second down. Touchdown, Kansas! And the comeback is on. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. And score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Second and long here. Dropping back, it's Rios. Fires left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's got great speed. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Keeps it on the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Second down, gonna throw it. He's got it. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. Third down and 2. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He gets it to the... yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got a man, it's Parker. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Stepping to the right. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
The quick game. Terrific run after the catch, but the question is, will it stand? The flag is out, and let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. That holding call backs him up 10. It's now 1st and 20. From the gun. Got his man out of the backfield. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge third down. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down, for the because there's so many bodies in such a small space. Oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Play is stopped for a moment as they tend to an injured Kansas Jayhawk. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll set up to throw. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this, well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
Looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. It's these little moments like that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Might as well run him again. They put the brakes on him. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Back to pass, it's Rios. Escapes the pressure to his right. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Arizona comes out with another 1st down. They'll go to the counter play. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Kansas will take a timeout. That's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Leads the running back.